Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and this is your new moon reading with spiritual guidance for July 31st through August 14th, 2019. Our new moon is in the sign of Leo and has a very strong energetic influence coming in from the planets Venus and Uranus. What this energy can symbolize is being challenged to look deeper into your relationships, especially romantic partnerships. If you've had a chance to watch my last two moon reading videos, you'll recall that this past July eclipse season set the tone for some powerful shadow cleansing, meaning that many of us were being spiritually guided to face our inner challenges, our past traumas, limiting beliefs and patterns, and to work on bringing light and healing to them. This self-work has a higher spiritual purpose, wherein, according to the angels, we are working to make way for greater authenticity, peace, and potential for love to expand in both our personal lives and collective shared consciousness as a species. This new moon is helping us to continue that work with an especially strong focus on relationships. You now have the opportunity to more deeply discover and understand what it is you truly want and need in a relationship and why. And the discoveries you'll find here are foundational clues to understanding who you are. Because what you truly need in your relationships now are reflections of the emotional programming that you received from childhood. So, allow these truths to surface in your partnerships, because this is your opportunity to rewrite your programming to better serve your highest spiritual good. Communicate honestly, patiently, and lovingly with those close to you, and take plenty of time to listen with an open heart to your loved one's feelings. Deep communication is currently offering the opportunity for you to receive needed insights that will contribute to your forming more balanced, fulfilling relationships with others, yourself, and the world as a whole. Know that sensitivities are rising around this new moon, and that means that it may be easy to feel impatient, highly emotional, anxious, or stressed around these energies. According to the angels, the more you meditate, the less these potentially uncomfortable feelings will affect you. The angels would like to guide you to keep a firm hand on the helm of practices of non-judgment and reason as you sail through any intense emotions that arise. It wouldn't necessarily be helpful to allow strong emotions to push you to assume anything particular about your current situation. Remember, as the angels taught us in our last moon reading, emotions are temporary, changeable, passing conscious conditions that serve to point you to the deeper conscious roots that have caused them. So we're expounding upon that lesson this moon cycle with the opportunity to really unpack, explore, and communicate those conscious roots better. Remember that you'll be much better suited to discovering your truth and creating healing changes by way of taking time to patiently allow any new information, realizations, emotions to fully sink into your psyche. Time will help you to see the pearls of wisdom and spiritual gifts that are enfolded within challenging situations and life lessons. Non-judgment, meditation, and presence will help you to remain at peace and in full contact with your values of compassion and self-love through this time. So, invite your angels and your spiritual support team to guide your meditative practice and your self-care practice throughout this moon cycle, especially at any moment when you find yourself feeling challenged. Now, another noteworthy cosmic energy shift for this moon cycle is that Mercury is going direct around August 1st. The Mercury retrograde of July has been our challenger and useful companion as we've worked on self-healing, emotional honesty, and all of these relationship shifts that Spirit has been teaching us about. During this moon cycle, we will still be feeling the effects of the Mercury retrograde because we'll still be in its post-shadow period until the full moon on August 15th. But now we're wrapping up those lessons. So it's a great time to finish up this work. It will therefore also continue to be important to practice conscientious, careful communication and patience, fairness, and good listening in your relationships. This is your opportunity to release any patterns of over-controlling in your life. Instead, let go, allow, and trust that life is flowing in the direction of your highest good. Move through each situation with non-resistance, acceptance, and faith-filled peace of mind. And all of these life lessons will arrive smoothly and beautifully. This chapter of life has been here to serve you, the angels want to remind you. And when you take the time to thank it for its gifts, its sweetness and comfort will come out for you. So let's go to our cards for further guidance. In the spirit of comfort and sweetness, I am working with the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield, since these cards really do exude such gentleness and very peaceful beauty. Our first card is Culmination of Vision. Culmination of Vision. Wow, what a synchronicity. So as we already got in our intro with the angels' messages, this moon cycle is a time in which we are taking the time to wrap up all of the intense lessons and new realizations that we learned throughout the eclipse season of July. It's amazing that there are 2 new moons that we've experienced in this powerful month of transformation and learning, because it's giving us this opportunity to wipe the slate clear again, refresh, and get ready for a whole new cycle. This time is all about finishing any of the shadow work that you have found yourself drawn to face during this time in such a way where, again, with the idea of culmination of vision, your perspective is about to culminate or shift to be able to recognize the most important truths, patterns, or messages that you were meant to gain from these life lessons. Culmination of vision means wisdom is now blossoming out of all that you have experienced throughout this eclipse journey that we've been on for the past month or so. So enjoy that. The angels are inviting you to call upon them for help with that. Be sure to communicate wherever you need to, whether it's through journaling, whether it's through conversation, any other forms of self-exploration that you use in your life. And know that all of these tools, again, are helping you to gain pearls of wisdom that the angels are saying that you will wear and keep throughout your life. And they truly are gifts. Let's see what our second card has to say. We have the Love Matters card. Love Matters. Beautiful. Again, a very synchronistic card to show up, since we've been really devoting the themes of this reading all to relationship stuff. What the angels want you to know is that the lessons that you have been through so far have all been about unpacking what is deeply programmed into your heart so that you will be able to have the chance to clear out anything that previously blocked love's flow. According to the angels, there is a flame of love, or a seed of love, you could imagine it as, at the center of the hearts of every being. And that seed of love is like a doorway that leads straight to the Creator, straight to the source of all love. That love has an intelligence all its own. It knows how to work through you. It knows how to create miracles in you. And it knows how to arrange and order everything in a very harmonious, healthy, balanced way. The life lessons that you've been through on this recent chapter of life have been all about helping to dissolve anything that ever seemed to cover that love up, get in its way, or make it feel as if that love was not so accessible to you in the past. Which is why we've been working on releasing our traumas, our patterns, our difficult stuff, our shadow stuff, for the sake of shining more light and experiencing greater love. You are now receiving the opportunity to experience far greater love in your relationships than ever before. The angels want you to know that the kind of love that is ready to move into your life, whether it's your relationship with yourself, with a romantic partner, with family members, with friends, and so forth, maybe with new people that you haven't even met yet, it eclipses the love of the past because of what's inside you. What is inside of you at the emotional level, psyche level, and so forth, is what you will see mirrored outside of you. So if within you, you can place an energy that allows love to flourish and expand exactly as Source intends it to, in an unlimited way, then that's what life will deliver you too. And that's what we've been working towards together. So keep going with that. And hey, if there's any, again, as we said, final lessons that you're still clearing up and working on through this moon cycle, go for them, and face them with forgiveness. Forgiveness is your best friend and is the key to starting a new chapter, to rebirth for yourself, your relationships, and so forth. Let's see what our third card has to say. We have, be true to your heart. Be true to your heart. Perfect. So what the angels want you to know is that throughout this moon cycle, as we saw, we are going to be doing a lot of communicating, a lot of continued excavating down into the psyche, maybe even into the shadow and that kind of thing. And you'll find yourself in relationships working a lot of new things out, perhaps putting into play new systems that will help you to cooperate and live better, for love to exist better, as we said. As you do this, the angels are telling you to be careful and conscientious that you don't compromise too much, that you're not, in a way, giving up what it is that you truly are, what you truly desire. Be true to your heart means that in the new consciousness that we are entering, there are no longer places where self-sacrificing is any longer relevant for you in your life. So if you're the type of person that would ever just sort of go along with, what your loved ones wanted you to do, or tried to fit the mold of what, your overculture wanted you to do, how it wanted you to look and act, and maybe how in your job you're expected to be, that kind of thing. If you're ever one who sacrificed a piece of your truth or yourself for those things in the past, gone are those days. And we can either rip the Band-Aid off ourselves and step in willingly, or I'm kind of getting the sense that it's like the universe is sort of stripping those things off anyway. So trust this change. And trust that so long as you choose to line up with the energy of being true to your heart, of honoring your emotional truth, of being very, very honest with what you want, desire, and need, and to making sure that those things become fulfilled in a systemized, supported way in your life, as long as you do all of that, the shifts that are coming in your life are easier. They feel very healthy, they feel very supported, and things feel really good. If we resist those things, however, if we repress or bury our true feelings or our needs just for the sake of gaining someone else's approval or acceptance or any number of other things that might cause us to sacrifice our truth, if you do that, then it gets harder, because we're at a time right now in this world, in our lives, where those feelings aren't going to go down easily. They're not going to be buried willingly. They'll probably continue tapping you on the shoulder, waiting for you to pay attention to them. And if you don't listen to them when they tap you on the shoulder, they might shake you by the shoulders and really try to get your attention. So be true to your heart. Uncover what it is you truly need. Seek to understand why it is you need those things, and go after nurturing what is truly healthy and best for you in all areas of your life. Thank you so much for tuning in and for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love you all to the moon and want you to know how grateful I am for the opportunity to learn and share with you. Do keep in touch with me on social media via the links that you will find in the description below. You can also tune into my upcoming August podcast on bringmetolife.com and visit my website, sarahhall.com, to sign up for a private reading or healing session with me or to enroll in one of my online courses. And of course, know until we meet again that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!